there are two things in Gemini that you might not know are there. So let me go through both of them and see what you think. So if you want to play along with me, this is gemini.google.com, and you get here. And both of these things actually have to do with gems. I made a whole video about gems. If you don't know what they are, go and check that out. The quick version is that gems are specialized versions of the bigger Gemini chatbots. So you can make a version of Gemini chatbot that just does something, makes blog posts, makes podcasts, does marketing copy for whatever thing. So if you go to the left, expand the menu, and then you go to gems, you will get to the gems page. Now, the first thing is at the top. This whole section is, and it says right here, gems made by labs. That is different from what you might have seen before, which is like these at the bottom of the page here, like pre-made by Google gems. I feel like they need to work on the names, but we'll see what happens. These up top are actually from Opal. And Opal is a different Google app. It's a Google Labs experiment, and I also made a video about that. But it is basically a way to make AI mini apps. So now they've integrated Opal in Gemini. So if I go on New Gem here, this, again, AI mini app because it's Opal. And even if you look at the bottom here, it doesn't actually say Opal, but like this gem is powered by Google Labs, not Gemini apps. And I can come in here and then I can describe the mini app that I want to build, or I can do one of these pre-made ones. I will just pick, I'll pick the second one. Like take a photo of the leftovers in the fridge and generate different recipes with photos of the final dish. Why not? Click it, it goes down here, and then I'll just click to send, and I'll give it a second. And even this looks completely different from the regular gem screen, and it's because it's building the Opal steps. If you're familiar with Opal, you have input, and then like the building blocks, you have input, you have generate, you have output, and then you have, add asset. What it's going to do over here, it's going to take your original prompt and put it up top, and then it's going to put your steps here. Now, perfect, great timing. It's like this is an input node, and then that's generate, that's generate, that's generate, also generate, and then this is actually output. But this is, these are the same icons and everything from Opal, and I'll prove that to you in a second, but like this is a completely different look from a regular gem. But now you can either edit these steps, or you can save this as is, and you can run it to try it. And it's like if I go back to gems now, and like now I have a new leftover chef. I didn't rename it, but like new leftover chef gem. And I think, I can't rename it here. There's not a ton I can do in here yet. I'm guessing that Google's going to change this and update it and make it so it integrates with other stuff. Right now, it's actually pretty limited, but if I open the advanced editor, what this is actually going to do is go to Opal. So let's see. So I click this, and now new screen, and now this is actually the Opal editor. And this is probably a little hard to see, but if I zoom in, it's going to be harder. But like this is, come on, this is an input node right here, and then generate, this is a generate node, and this is a generate node. If I go to console, it lists everything. But that is exactly what they have here in Gem. So they've actually taken this Opal interface and they put it within Gems. I like the potential of this. The problem is, for me at least, you choose your path. For me, the problem with this is I can't really do that much with this. Like I can come in here, I can run it from here, which would be the same as if I ran it from Opal. I probably shouldn't have picked one with the picture. I don't have a picture of food in my fridge, so I can't really go through this right now. But like I can run it, and then I can take give it the input and then have it go through the different generate steps in here. Fine, it'll give me the same output that I would have gotten if I started here and ran it in Opal. I mean, that's okay if I don't want to have to go to the separate app. But past that, there's not really anything else I can do with this in Gemini. So I don't know what the value of having it here is, except to not have to go to a separate application. Because I feel like at some point they're going to find a way to integrate it with regular Gemini or do something else with it. But still, it wasn't here. This hasn't been in here for very long. But now the top part of the Gem screen, you can actually create mini apps with Opal. Again, I think it's also kind of confusing. The second thing that's new-ish, you may or may not know, is here. If you go under the divider here to basically Gems Classic, and you select or create a new gem here, you could probably also edit an existing one. I don't have existing ones on this account because I don't use this account that much. You go in here, and this is all the regular gems. So like this is the old gem interface, name, description, instructions. No problem. That's not really interesting if you've used gems before. But where are you? So under knowledge now, you can now add stuff from Google Photos or from NotebookLM. And if you don't know what knowledge is, or you know what gems are, like this piece of gems is for you to add files or just anything that would add extra context for this specialized version of Gemini. And if you have a NotebookLM notebook, you can add that notebook as your knowledge base or part of your knowledge base for your gem now. So, this is a way to combine those two tools to, do a lot of different stuff at least. So it's like now you can take this, put NotebookLM as your knowledge base here, and then when you run the gem, you can, use Canvas or use, create images with Nano Banana Pro or do something else. But this definitely wasn't here before, and I know a lot of people have been asking to actually add NotebookLM to gems. And let me go back. They added NotebookLM here, where you can just add it to a regular Gemini prompt, but it wasn't actually part of gems before. So now actually having it where you can add it as part of your knowledge base for a new gem, it again opens up other possibilities. So again, just to recap, if you go to gemini.google.com, the two things in here that you may not know are here. The under gems, so expand the menu and go to gems, and then the top section of gems is now actually Opal, Gemini's mini app builder. And if you go in here, if you already have apps in Opal, they'll show up here, or you can make new ones. Or again, there are all the pre-made ones from Google. They're also available in here too. And then the second thing in the bottom part, the old school Gem Manager, in a new or existing gem under the knowledge section, you can use NotebookLM or Google Photos as knowledge, basically files, or images, whatever, context for your gems. I think they're both interesting, but choose your path. But try it out and see what you think. Ask if you have any questions, and we'll see you next time.